Thank you for joining Power Thoughts today. Our guests, please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Robert.
I'm Romainlee.
All right, and today we're going to discuss a little bit about parenting. And we have a new book here that we want to share with you that Fatima wrote. So Rob is going to tell us a little bit more about that. And like I said, we're going to chime in a little bit more about parenting and go from there. For starters, for me, I have a 24-year-old and a 15-year-old and two boys. And I also have a half daughter that is 18. And being a parent in this age and days and time is definitely challenging. And today we're going to discuss as far as how we can raise our kids up with love and teach them how to be kind individuals, because God help us as far as the way the world is going right now. So we're going to tune in on that. My guest is going to tell you a little bit more about their experience because they are both parents. So they're going to share a little bit with, you guys and chime in. Rob?
Well, like Zena said, this is a book. It was inspired by my daughter. It was written by my sister. It's based on how, I brought her up in this time. I had her when I was 38, which was in roughly 2014. So I was basically going on 40, having my first daughter. But, she inspired my sister because I gave her the freedom to do whatever she wanted to do in this world because I wasn't sure how much time I had with her. And, it's a simple read. She was inspired when she was about 3 years old. She's 9 now, but this is an easy read for, like young females, young sisters who's growing up in this age, and it's a right to love yourself, for who you are and how you look. It's for like, what, I guess 5-year-olds.
Right.
I mean, even parent, you can read it, right? Any
Anyone.
age, right?
Any age, because representation, right? She's
Look at that. The
Yeah,
pictures, the coloring is really, really good.
She used to play the guitar for me. She used to do a lot of things
Yeah.
to cheer me up. Because, like I said, I had her when I was going on 40. I wasn't even planning on having kids, but my mother passed away. And like a year after that, my daughter was born. So I already knew what that was. So, and I wasn't all the way ready to be a dad. I was still outside in the streets running around. But, she changed my life, and I'm glad she's happy. And based on that, my sister was inspired to write a book. Her name is Fatima Scipio. You can buy it off of Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. It's called I Love Everything About Me.
That's it. I love everything about me.
right.
So, what would you, as a father raising a daughter, what advice would you give? Because there's a lot of children right now that don't have their parents, whether it's their mom or their father that don't have them around. What advice would you give somebody that used to be in the street, that's the honorable man, as far as as far as
and
raising
has
their
a
children?
daughter?
Yeah.
If I was him, I would do exactly what I did. I would keep her with him. I keep her with me, and I keep her aware of everything that's going on out here. I don't have time to sugarcoat. I give her a childhood, but in reality, I try to keep her aware of everything because we live in a different time. So, like, if you was a father raising a daughter, I would keep her. I would take care of her, check on her, and keep her aware. Because, that's the problem with a lot of females out here is that they growing up without their dads.
Yeah.
So they growing up without their dads. They seeking it from
The wrong
men
places.
who didn't have their dads, and the cycle is just crazy. So, I mean, you ain't gotta stay with the baby mother,
That part.
but
Okay.
I mean, you could love her, but you ain't gotta be with her. But as per your daughter or your son or whatever, just keep them with you. Keep them aware of who you are, and make a presence in their life. Make an impact where they're happy to be free, to be who they want to be, and to love themselves, and they ain't gotta be something else or something they're not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what I say.
Gonna come back to you. Sis. She has two beautiful,
Yeah.
two beautiful boy and a girl.
Boy and a girl, yes.
Tell us a
Um,
little bit.
well, just to build a little bit on what he said, as far as fathers and daughters, a lot of times men don't realize how important their voice is um, to the daughter. And like he said, again, a lot of times they go out, the young ladies, they go out and they look for that validation from whoever they're dating. When you, as a father, give your daughter the the, the validation that she needs, whether it be, oh, you're so beautiful, or you look so pretty in that dress today, or you know when the mother says it to the daughter, it's heard, but when the father says it to the daughter, it's understood. And it's very important for a young lady to hear that from her father, because then what happens is that's the example that he set as a male for her. And then when she's older and she starts to date, she's going to look for her father's voice. She's going to look for his voice. And if she doesn't have it, then whoever she's dating is going to set the tone. And I think it's very important for fathers to just be, even in their sons' lives, we don't want to overlook the boys, because I have a son and a daughter. But I know how important it is for me to love my son, so that he'll know and understand the type of love that he wants from the woman that he encounters when he gets older. But for the young ladies nowadays, and it's in the music and in the way that they're dressing and presenting themselves, it's, for me, it's a little disappointing. But I don't judge. It's just because it's not what I'm used to, so that's why it's just not my zone. But you can tell that there weren't a lot of fathers to tell them, hey, you don't have to wear that. You're beautiful. You had on that yellow dress last week. Growing up, he would tell his daughter, "Oh my God, you look so beautiful." So now when she gets older, she understands that she can look just as beautiful, fully covered. And she doesn't have to go outside naked to get the attention of someone who doesn't really care for her. So I think that's very important, and I think this book is representation of our daughters, little brown girls who, grow up to just, they have to love themselves, love their hair,
Who they
and
are.
to have a parent who just allows them to express themselves. That's
Thank
important
you.
as well.
Yes.
A lot of times we don't do that
We don't.
because,
We domesticated.
yeah, we do, but I think that's very important.
It's like as per parenting, like I grew up, like you said, I heard you earlier. You grew up with two parents,
Hmm.
traditional household. That was traditional. That worked. That worked. But we in a different age and a different time, and what worked then might not work now. So you have to understand that and adapt. And but don't no taking no value from the family, but if we living in a time where people ain't in relationships but they have kids together, you still got to make that child your main focus.
Yeah.
Like regardless of the situation.
Yes.
You know, I guess, everybody ain't meant to be with each other. So, but you still have that. You got to still make that your focus regardless. And having the power to block out whatever negativity
That you get from your
around
baby
that
moms or whatever.
and still have that bond with the child,
It's
that's
priceless.
that's priceless. Exactly. Cause that's gonna resonate for the rest of your life.
That's all.
That.
Just see the same thing. What like you saying? I think for me, both of them are common to me because they are both African American to me. From Harlem, the Bronx, but from the parent wise, highly his father and mother. You can tell her same thing. Carry on.
Like no, like
The
she said,
upbringing, yeah.
the upbringing. But not to
Who
take
raised
nothing
you?
from the sons
Right.
as well, because like as per a black female having a black son, like the black female been protecting the black son since the beginning of time. That's the like if you see Mary, yeah, she was running with Jesus from the beginning of time. So that bond right there, that's just amazing. That's so it's just the bond between whether it be between the father and the daughter or the mother and the son.
There.
It's so much power in that right there because it's just something you can't understand, especially when like as for a female, like I know my mother in my mother's eyes, I couldn't do no wrong. Even if I was wrong, I still wasn't wrong, you know? But that was just the loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like people was,
son. Like my
you
son
was-
can't do no
you,
wrong. It's the mother
you
thing.
you was asking like what is love or what's your definition of love? Love is
Your mama love you
loyalty.
without unconditional.
Love is loyalty because think about it like this, right? Love. Say if you was raised in love. You woke up, you breathe it, you eat it, it's natural to you.
Right.
So it's natural to you, so you don't even understand not having it. It's just like being born with something
Right.
and you had it
whatever,
all
yeah.
your life.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like
To not have it.
to not have it. So that's your definition of love. But then when you lose it and start getting these other illusions of
What it was.
what you
supposed
think
to be.
is supposed to be, nah, but you know what it was because the way you was raised.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, like my parents, they was married. They was together all their life. You know what I'm saying? So that was love. So when you waking up in that on a regular, and it's like coming outside and your man, he ain't got that. He missing something. You looking at him, you happy. And he like, cause he's missing something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't have that.
Your vibration is different.
Yes, his vibration is different. And they can't understand why. Why? Because I'm basking in love on a basic, on a regular. It's just like laying up in the hot tub. You know what I'm saying? You
That's it.
basking in it. So when you don't have that and you start getting all this other stuff, you be like, what is that?
What is this?
Yeah.
All right, word, all right, boom. I'm cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You turn it away.
Yeah. So that's what that be.